Hey everybody, DeLongshot Signatures here. This is episode 102 of my 2023 TTM returns. We are starting off this week with 5 successes. We're going to start off with an NHRA return. This is a guy I have been wanting to hear back from again for quite some time. Finally, an address is out there for him, and got this back rather quickly. So this is a 3 of 3 success in 13 days from current funny car driver Gary Densham. So Gary has been part of the drag racing scene since the 70s, mainly racing a part-time schedule, which is what he is doing now. But in the 90s, he was able to get enough sponsorship and enough focus to, with like a team and everything, to do full-time racing. He has 8 wins in his career and is still a part-timer here and there. Doesn't always race every season, but he usually tries to get a couple here and there whenever he can. It's also pretty remarkable because he, for a long time while racing, was also an auto mechanic teacher. So I think you can see on his hat there the Universal Technical Institute. I'm sure that's one of the schools that he taught at. So a very well-rounded mechanic, driver, and just a great guy. I was able to get him TTM years ago, probably around 2009, 2010. I got a signed hero card from him, but I didn't keep track of anything that I sent out at the time. I had just started TTM collecting, and so when I got these cards, I was like, man, I'd really love to write to him again and get those signed, but I didn't know where to write to, couldn't find an address, and with a lot of these NHRA drivers, especially the part-timers, there's no like race shop to send to. But thankfully, his address popped up for of his home, and he is still courteous enough to sign after all these years. So very, very cool. I don't think I've ever had the chance to meet him because I don't know if he comes out to the U.S. Nationals anymore, but super, super awesome success for the NHRA collection. Then we have a baseball return, thanks to Michael Kane for these. This is a 2 of 2 success, also in 13 days, from 2-time World Series winner Merv Rettenmund. I think that's how it's pronounced. Pretty decent player, over 600 hits, I think 66 career home runs. Like I said, 2-time World Series winner. Signed those nicely in blue. Then we have 3 NFL returns today, all coming back from coordinators. So this is a nice day for that project. First one is a 2 of 2 success coming back in 28 days from Green Bay Packers defensive coordinator Joe Barry. Looks like he just writes out his name. Not too much of a signature, but you'll take what you can get. I think he's been there for a few seasons now. Matt LaFleur really seems to like the guy. And while his defenses may not have been, as good as maybe the talent would suggest, I think this is his 3rd stint as a defensive coordinator in the NFL. So hopefully he is able to turn it around this year and really get the most out of the unit. But what was kind of weird about this one was that it was postmarked from Indianapolis. So I don't know if it was postmarked once it got to Indy and it just didn't have one and they wanted to cancel the stamp on the 28th, or if for some reason he was in town. I don't know. I don't think the Packers are doing a joint practice with the Colts, and even if they were, I don't think they'd be doing it this early in training camp, but regardless, still came in. And then we got not just one coordinator from this team, but 2, the offensive and defensive coordinator from the following team. So we're going to start off with the OC. This is a 2 of 2 success in 32 days from Eagles' new offensive coordinator, Brian Johnson. Johnson is a former college football quarterback, as you can see here, for Utah. Was really good for them for 4 years. He's been bouncing around as a head coach, as an assistant coach. I think mainly a QB coach and coordinator. And then with the departure of, I believe, Shane Steichen to the Colts, that opened up their OC position, and Brian moved up, I think, from the quarterback coach role to take on that job. And then, like I said, same team. We got 2 of 2 in 14 days from Philadelphia Eagles defensive coordinator Sean Desai. Desai is a former defensive coordinator for the Chicago Bears for one season. Then I believe he went to the Eagles for a year as like an assistant coach there. Did really well. And obviously with Jonathan Gannon leaving the Eagles as well to take on the Arizona Cardinals coaching job, he was the one given the promotion back with the Eagles. So very cool to get 2 from the same team on the same day. That doesn't round out the full coaching staff. There's a lot of coaches on the NFL sidelines. But as far as like the main guys, the OC, DC, and HC, I'm good for the Eagles. Might send to a few of the other assistant coaches, but those are my main targets as of right now. But that is it for this one. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. Helps me out a lot. Best luck with your guys' collecting. Take care.